I'm Larry Bilotta, and today I'm going to help you understand how long a midlife crisis lasts. In general, a midlife crisis lasts 2 to 5 years if you do nothing at all. If you simply let it run its course, your marriage crisis partner will go through a series of painful discoveries and eventually come back to themselves. For women, it's often 2 to 5 years. For men, it can be 2 to 7 years. I found that these men can generally be more resistant to learning from their mistakes, so these realizations can take longer. So then the question becomes, can I wait that long? Over 35 years of working with people in their intimate relationships, I have discovered that there is a certain type of person who is very faithful. They have an undying loyalty and dedication to their most treasured relationships. They have an almost religious belief in the idea of committing to vows. This often goes hand in hand with a religious belief in what God requires. But this can apply to people who are not religious as well. If your spouse is going through a midlife crisis, you feel anxious and sometimes angry that your partner is not cooperating in this promise to honor vows. You might find yourself saying something like, "I honor my vows." What you resist persists. This idea held by the very faithful that vows must be honored can be a major stumbling block because what happens to your energy. This belief in protecting vows can form anger and resistance to divorce. If you hold the energy of anger and resistance as any form of against energy, it can literally extend the length of the midlife crisis. That brings us to the old saying, what you resist persists.
If you find this video helpful, be sure to like it and share it and subscribe on this channel. If you have any questions, leave a comment below and I'll make sure that I answer them to help you out.
Mindfulness versus resistance. If you are against your spouse's selfishness, against your spouse's actions towards your children, against your spouse's abuse of money, morality, this against energy will consume you and broadcast outward so your spouse feels and reacts to it day after day. That brings me to the idea of becoming an environment changer. This is a person who changes their own internal environment. Essentially, the environment changer of their own mind. If you are willing to move in that direction, you can search the term books on mindfulness. Mindfulness is a relatively new term that has become widely accepted as a way to change the environment of your mind and your emotions. In other words, changing your energy. The opposite of mindfulness is being reactive. That means you react to events throughout the day like a pinball, usually in an emotionally negative way. Each of those negative reactions adds up until you begin to feel anxious and worried on a regular basis. Mindfulness is the beginning of doing something internally to shorten the length of the midlife crisis as well as many of its effects. Being a reactive person, or what I call a pinball, will have a painful consequence for yourself and your children, the people you want to protect the most. Where your thoughts go, your energy flows. Don't spend time focusing on questions like, how long will this last? What you are doing when you ask these kinds of questions is dreading what you are facing, and you are fearing that it will never end. This thought process creates very unproductive energy for yourself and your family. Thinking thoughts about how long a midlife crisis will last is really dwelling on fear. That fear will make you worry and push your spouse further away from you. Avoid these common mistakes. To avoid putting pressure on your spouse, hold off on behavior-based actions. Things like buying flowers, sending cards, gifts, heartfelt letters, involving others in your marriage, sharing self-help resources, and saying I love you. In the midlife crisis, these all backfire. These actions all fuel the fire because your partner sees it as your way of trying to fix things only as a reaction to the threat of divorce. Don't bother. Why didn't you do this years ago? Is a common reaction. I encourage you to download my free Midlife Crisis teleclass for more information. It will help you get some clarity in this world of chaos. Just go to surviveamidlifecrisis.com to get started. It's time to find ways to free yourself from fear so you can find peace of mind.
For now, Shift your focus from your spouse or partner to yourself. You won't see improvement in your relationship until you get your own emotions under control and free yourself from fear. If you found this video helpful, please like it, share it, subscribe to this channel so you can be notified when we release more videos. Did this video help you fill in some missing pieces? Let me know in the comments below what you're faced with and how this video has helped you. Thanks for watching. I'm Larry Bilotta.